Hi guys, TGIF, GGIF as I always say. How's everyone doing? Thank you for watching. I figured I'd get in a quick little catch up video, whatever, before I go to my therapy at noon. Um, this is my second to the last, no, this is my last session with him because his last day is, I think next Tuesday or Thursday, something like that. He has to clean out his office and he's going on to be like a co-executive director of a rehab center upstate. So we're going to stay in touch by phone, me and Michael. That's who I'm talking about, my therapist. He's going to give me phone sessions and we'll continue our friendship. And I learned a lot in 5 months. Yesterday was 5 months since I met him for my first intake. Anyway, Lake George with Nick was amazing, enchanting, magical, relaxing. We were just on the tail end of the tourist season, so it was like it felt like we had the lake to ourselves. The motel was quaint, simple, rustic, clean as anything, wonderful service, like wonderful housekeeping, and didn't have a tub, but that was okay. It had a big enough shower stall for two. I'll let it go at that. I can't roll up my sleeve right now, but I got a new tattoo in Saratoga Springs. It's beautiful. It's a colorful phoenix, and underneath it, I'll show it to you later, but it's a beautiful phoenix rising, and underneath it is the word deserving, because it kind of has a private meaning to me. Well, not private, but like it's a meaningful word to me, because one of the things in therapy Michael's been working with me on is feeling like I'm deserving of a good life, deserving of love, success, sobriety, peace in my life, and stop feeling like I have to pay dues constantly because of my past and Nick tells me the same thing too. Every time he does something nice for me and I get kind of uncomfortable, he's like, you deserve it. You'd think that would be an easy thing to accept, right? Because it's so positive, but I've been hearing negative messages for a very long time in my life, especially in my upbringing. So it was beautiful. He got me awesome souvenirs, a lot of things. These earrings, a hoodie, which unfortunately is too small for my fat body still. This pillow that says, let's get wicked, because we just saw Wicked, and we like to get wicked. And this is adorable, this freaking thing. Look at this. It's a cloud pillow that changes colors. It's a happy little sleepy female cloud. He got me this stuffed unicorn. He took me to dinner, coffee, went to a gift shop, got me stuff for my upcoming new car, which I'm saying to manifest the reality of that. Going car shopping on Columbus Day. I'm going to see what happens with that. I'm really uncomfortable right now. My hair is a little too light for my liking. I got the highlights in, but I knew that everything was going to fade because I've got really hard water. I use sulfate-free shampoo, but it still fades. And I like it, but I'm really used to darker hair on me, and especially for the winter. So we went on a beautiful cruise, as you could see from my previous 4 short videos. We walked around town. We went to an arcade. Like I said, a beautiful restaurant. We stayed keto for the most part. I had a little bit of chocolate mousse at one point. What else did we do? Just relaxed and ate and hung out and laughed, and he's amazing. It's so amazing that I'm always afraid the other shoe's gonna drop, I'm not like it's not gonna last or something. You know what? A lot of things don't last with relationships, but it's a chance you have to take if you want to carve a little happiness out in this life for yourself. I think I will take this opportunity to do Redneck Hippie. You tagged me in your last interesting post with your Obi-Wan Kenobi. Thank you for tagging me. So it's, I don't really know what it means to get tagged. I know that in my description I have to put hashtag get to know me, but I figured I would answer these questions. What does your name mean? Gigi Days. I'm Gigi because of the first initial of my last name, and the first is Grandma. So the grandkids call me Gigi. I kind of chose that because I like being called Gigi instead of Grandma, which has such older connotations to it. And it's just really cute that they have a nickname for me now. Days is because I used to have a blog that was called Daisy Daily, and I just like the crazy spelling because I like the letter Z. Where are you from? I was born in Boston. I currently live in the Hudson Valley in New York State. And I was born in Boston, yeah. I lived in Massachusetts, Connecticut, and New York for equal years in my life. My name, if I was born a boy, I have no idea. My brother was born before me, and his name is Rob, for Robert, named after my dad. And my name, my dad chose Lisa Marie. My mother wanted Donna or Julie. And I like the name Julie, so, but Lisa's fine. Obviously, I'm used to it. My eye color is blue, even though Nick always says it's green. I don't know. Sometimes it looks gray to me, sometimes teal. The teal color kind of makes me nervous because I feel like if I'm a little jaundiced or my liver is compromised because of my bad habits over the years, the whites of my eyes look kind of yellow, and then mixed with blue makes green. But I also think Nick's a little bit colorblind because he'll tend to think something's purple when it's maroon, or, we joke about it. He always calls me his green-eyed girl, and I'm like, never once in my life has someone said I have green eyes, but if you insist, they're blue. Anyway. Biggest accomplishment, leaving the cult. Leaving the cult in 1992. Saving my daughter from almost certain abuse. My favorite candle scent. That's an interesting question because I just ordered a bunch of candles this morning from Bath and Body Works. That's kind of like my guilty pleasure, which comes up later in the questions. Well, actually, I have a lot of guilty pleasures, but I'm trying to tone some of them down. But I just ordered a bunch of candles for myself and for Christmas gifts, and birthdays coming up still. Birthdays are very big in the fall and winter for my family and friends. I like Yankee Candle's vanilla caramel, but they discontinued it. I kind of like a straight vanilla, or when it's mixed with other scents. But I don't really like pumpkin. I like cinnamon. I like cinnamon apple. If hard pressed, I would say something that smells like something baking, more than like a floral or a citrus or a spicy or an herbal, or yeah, something like a vanilla something. Vanilla cinnamon. No, I take it back. When I used to work at a grocery store, we had an orange scent. It was like orange spice or something. That was awesome. But I no longer shop at that store because I used to work there and I left on bad terms. That's happened a lot in my life. Can I cook? Yes, I can. I love to cook. And Nick loves when I cook for him. The other night I made a really beautiful puttanesca sauce. And my dessert specialty is, and I also make hot artichoke dip. I don't like to put spinach in it. I like it with just the artichoke. I always make that at Christmas and bring it to family gatherings. And my signature dessert is a cranberry peach cobbler cake, which is delicious, but I won't be eating that for a while because I'm going to try to stay pretty strictly keto until the holidays, at which point I will cheat. What's good about my life right now? I am currently sober, not for a long time, but I take it one day at a time. And for today, I am sober. Woke up not hungover this morning, or for like the past several mornings. And I love that Nick is in my life, and I have romance and passion and adventure and excitement in my life again. Completely facilitated by him. I hate to talk about money, but everyone knows I don't really make any money, and he's fairly comfortable, and he takes care of me. I mean, I'm not a kept woman, okay? But like he takes care of all of our entertainment, and he buys me gifts and flowers, and there are times it gets a little overwhelming. But as my tattoo says, I'm supposedly deserving. And my grandchildren are what's good about my life, and my son and my daughter, my beautiful, wonderful daughter, my talented, artistic, kind son, who turned 22 yesterday, and we're all getting together on Sunday for a nice party for him, and including my daughter, son-in-law, and the grandchildren. Let's see what other questions there were. What scares me about aging? Looking old, because I'm vain. whatever. Not really vain. I'm more insecure than vain. Um, my body breaking down and dying. I'm scared of dying. Guilty pleasure, cheesecake, being lazy for a day, staying in my pajamas if I'm not working and just like doing nothing is very pleasant to me, but I sometimes feel guilty like I should be doing something, a project, a writing project, get to work on publishing my poems, clean something, do something instead of just lounging around. Although these days I don't watch TV because I still don't have my remote for my Fire Stick and I don't have cable, so there's literally no TV. What show do I binge watch? Well, when I did have TV and HBO, it was Game of Thrones, but that's over with now. I used to binge watch Modern Family, and currently I love Schitt's Creek. Funny as hell. Morning person or night owl? It used to just be night owl consistently. I hated the mornings and I always slept in. Since meeting Nick, because he always texts me like a beautiful love message when he gets up between 4 and 5, my internal clock seems to wake me up also between 4 and 5 to talk to him. Usually he calls me on his way to work. And once I'm awake, I can't really always fall back to sleep. And if I do, I get terrible dreams between like 5 and 7. So I get up around 5. I make coffee and then I enjoy like a nice quiet morning. I have a smoke, feed the cats, sometimes go outside and watch the mist rise over the lake. My lake now seems like a puddle compared to Lake George. That fucking place is gorgeous. The water is clean. We walked around a lot in the town and in like the little parks and sitting areas, and like you didn't see one scrap of, it was like Disney World as far as the cleanliness. You didn't see one cigarette butt. You didn't see one piece of garbage or a can or a bottle. The service in the restaurants was like amazing. Everybody asks where you're from. It's very tourist friendly, and Saratoga was as beautiful, well, not quite as beautiful as Lake George, but we spent equal amounts of time in both towns, which are like a half an hour apart. Morning person or night owl? Yeah, I'm both, but mostly a morning person these days. And I think that's it. No. My sign is Taurus. My favorite holiday is Thanksgiving because I like the idea of people getting together to eat and being thankful. And it's more low-key than Christmas, which to me has way too many expectations built into it. And expectations are the birthplace of disappointment and resentment. And I can't stand the commercialism. I can't stand going deeper in debt. I can't stand worrying about what to buy people, or worrying about what they give me. It's not what the day is about. And this shirt fits really weird. I don't know. What item can I not leave the house without? One guess, cell phone. Favorite movie genre? I wanted to say drama at first, but really it's comedies. I love to laugh. Lately I've been watching a lot of stand-up comedy. I don't really like chick flicks. I don't like movies in which men are portrayed as buffoons. I like movies that make me think. I like indie movies. I like foreign movies. But if I really had to choose, it would be comedies. Last thing I bought, clothing and groceries and candles online. Oh, and some gifts for my kids while I was away. My favorite book, guys, I freaking love to read. I'm a voracious reader. I'm an avid reader. I'm a huge fan of reading. I read a lot of books. I own a lot of books. I cannot come up with a favorite. It depends on my mood. I love poetry, probably the most. And one of my favorite contemporary poets, who passed away last February, is Mary Oliver. So I've been reading her book, Devotions. She has a lot of collections of poetry, but the one on my bedside table is Devotions. Introvert or extrovert? I'm both, but I would say I'm probably 70% introvert. I'm extrovert when I feel confident around who I'm with, which would be like my kids, my ex-husband to a certain degree, my best friend Steve, and my boyfriend. I still can get really quiet at times. I'm a thoughtful person, introspective. But I'm both. Let's face it. And I think that is it. That's pretty basic, I guess. So yeah, I'm on my way to the post office. I'm mailing back another top that I got from Pyramid Collection. I'm mailing a hoodie that I got for Steve to him. Mailing some bills. and a postcard to Smokey, Steve, and Mark, in case you're watching this. I've been meaning to get you guys a postcard from where I live. I mean, you're my neighbor anyway. You know, I actually passed a Scranton exit with Nick on our way back home last night. But I got you guys a postcard from Lake George anyway. And if you haven't been there yet, I highly recommend it. I've always heard of this resort town, but never really gave it much thought because I really never kind of go anywhere besides the city. But he wants to take me next month to Mohegan Sun, to Poughkeepsie Civic Center to see Sebastian Maniscalco in February. I'm going with him to Queens on Monday night for an errand he has to run. And I'm going over his house tonight for dinner and the hot tub. So, and I'm going back to work next week. So that's it. I'm going to get ready and go do my errands and have my therapy at 12 and probably cry there and tell him I'm going to miss him and thank him for all of his help with my mental health and issues and PTSD and bipolar and all that good stuff. I think yesterday was Mental Health Day or the day before, and I have a lot of thoughts and feelings about that, but not enough time to get into that right now. I wanted this to mostly be the get to know me video and to just tell you what a great time I had away for a couple days, how restorative that was. Excuse you, my noisy parakeets. We were going to stay an extra night, but he had to be to work really early this morning, and I didn't want to leave my cats for 2 nights in a row. So that's it out of your girl here. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend if I'm not back on, but you know I probably will be. And I've been catching up a little bit on like the YouTube drama, but I also like to stay away from too much negativity. It affects me too much. Mukbangs actually make me feel sick, and the kind of hatred that's going on right now with different people, intolerance, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth, you know. So anyway, I'm out of here for now. Peace out, you guys. Thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.